Another brick fan with a Star Wars set. This is the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. This is set 75319, was released in September 2021, has 258 pieces, 3 minifigures, and cost about $30 when it was released. This is based on the forge that we saw in Season 1 of The Mandalorian, and it has some really nice features. It includes a forge, as you see right here in the middle, and then a bunch of like cabinetry and some walls and stuff back here, various tools and stuff, and we'll take a closer look at all those pieces as we go through it. Let's get these minifigures out of the way, and then we'll take a closer look at the different components of this set. Starting with the kind of the forge area here, as you can see, there's a bunch of clips around here. There's a hammer here. There's this piece that goes up above, and then there are a bunch of these 1x1s with a clip here over the top. So there's 8 of those that fit around, and there's also 8 of these flames around the bottom. These flame pieces are the like candle flame pieces that we see in the Harry Potter sets. Of course, these are done in this trans blue instead of the trans orange, which you typically see in the Harry Potter sets. So I think that's a nice recolor of that piece. There's some stickers around the edges here to create that circle around. This actually detaches. So if we lift it up, you'll see there's these stickers here to show more energy or something going into the forge itself. There is this piece here that lifts out, and then we have a piece, we have this ingot piece in this kind of grayish coloring here. So that is a piece of Beskar there, and it just fits right in the forge. You can fit it in different angles and have a minifigure pull that out. This section here kind of rotates a little bit, so you can move that, and it also rotates this way. So that top piece can be moved out of the way so you can see the forge a little nicer. On the other end here, there's like a small cylinder here, and then a couple of spots here to place minifigures to be working on the forge. Here are the back walls of the Armory or Armorer's area. Start here on the right hand side. You see there is a kind of a blank helmet. It's a blank Mandalorian helmet. It doesn't have the eye slits or anything in it, so it's kind of a raw or just a initial forging of a helmet. There's an ice skate piece down here, which I can imagine might be a small anvil, perhaps. A little transparent yellow stud here represents maybe a light. So up here we have a symbol. This is the Kai Brees, which is a very common symbol. There's not a lot of information about it, at least not that I found, but that is the Kai Brees there, which is a common Mandalorian symbol. You see that there's a clip piece here, which is where the forge itself goes onto. And then there's a spot here for a broom, obviously to clean up. Taking a look here at this other section. So there is a cabinet here with a little keypad, so presumably a locking cabinet. So you can open that up, and there is a sticker back in there. Not super easy to see. Let's kind of tilt that up. So there is another sticker in there with some pliers and other accessories inside there. This whole piece comes off, so maybe we can see that. And then inside of this, there's some more storage here. So we have another piece of Beskar, have a pistol there, and then also in there is this little printed 1x1, maybe a little bomb or some kind of charge there. So lots of different spaces to store things inside of this cabinet here. Next to that cabinet, we can see a couple of computer terminals there, keypads. Over here, there is this other trans blue piece here, which I believe is a hologram. You can see that there is a Mandalorian look in there, so they're probably a little hologram projector. goes over there. Another one of our trans yellow lights here. And then this looks like perhaps an analyzer or something. So there's a spot down here where you can put another one of these Beskar pieces. So there's at least 3 of those Beskar pieces that come with this set. And then there's a little lever here. Maybe it's, I don't know, a microscope, or could be a laser for engraving the Beskar or doing something with it. Again, it's Lego. It's up to your imagination as to what you have here. So relatively small set, but it has some really nice features in with it. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the minifigures that come with this set. Here we have a close-up view at the 3 minifigures that come with this set. So this includes the Mandalorian here. Next to him is the Armorer. And then the next is another Mandalorian, and this is Paz Vizsla. I probably said that wrong. They each have some accessories. So the Mandalorian comes with the 2 weapons here. Our Armorer comes with this little, I would assume like a pliers or something to get stuff out of the forge, and a hammer. And then a couple of brick-built weapon here for Paz, and another pistol piece. Starting over here with the Mandalorian, of course. So the Mandalorian here has all of his Beskar armor here. So they has the very bright silver you see on the knee pads here, the chest piece. The helmet doesn't quite match, but that is a good version of the helmet. And then we'll move around, but you'll see the bandoliers and then the side printing here. The armor has this really nice helmet piece with the spikes on the top there, and then like this looks kind of like a leather apron that she's wearing, as well as some other detailing down her legs, and it does print all the way down to her toes, which is a good print there. Paz, the other Mandalorian here, has this shoulder armor here, this light blue helmet here, which is also done in the Mandalorian style. It looks a little bit beat up, so some battle damage perhaps on this. Good printing all the way down the legs again, all the way down to the toes. A couple of these little yellow pieces in here as well. Under the helmets, of course, no face for the Mandalorian or the Armorer or Paz Vizsla. So all 3 of them, since they are Mandalorian and subscribe to the Way, they do not have any faces on any of these characters. Moving to the side, you see the Beskar armor here for the Mandalorian, as well as his low-profile jetpack here. No side printing on our Armorer. And then Paz, here our other Mandalorian warrior, has his mark here on the side and a different style backpack here. Going around to the back, you see this brick-built element here. Let's go ahead and get those out of the way. So here we have their backs without all of the backpacks in the way. So you see you do have that bandolier and the belt. Some more of that silver Beskar here. This looks kind of like a cloak for the Armorer, as well as her belt here. And then the back of Paz is in that nice blue color. I think they did a pretty good job color matching these two. Again, some more belt pieces. And then that backpack that he had is kind of a brick-built backpack. Moving back around, you see a little bit different printing here on this side for the Mandalorian or Mando. And then here we have back to the front, and you can see a little bit more of the armor there without that shoulder piece on Paz. Now that we've looked at the minifigures, let's go back and I'll give you my final thoughts on this set. Overall, I do like this set. I think it's a decent display piece. It does have some playability with the ability to, open up some of these cabinets, store some different things down in there. There's several nice printed pieces, then quite a few stickers obviously used with this set as well. I do like the Beskar pieces that it's kind of in that metallic black, I guess, kind of color. It's not entirely black. It's a very deep gray, but it has kind of a metallic look to it, as you may have seen. It's nice to have that extra helmet, kind of that blank helmet that sits back here. The minifigures are all really good. As we just looked at them, it's always good to get our Mandalorian, or the Mandalorian, in his Beskar armor. And getting a second Mandalorian here was very nice with the kind of the light blue color scheme. They're very consistent in all three of them not having faces, so we haven't seen a Mandalorian with a face yet. Although there's rumor that we may see one in some of the new 2022 sets. That is yet to be seen. The value on this set, obviously as a licensed Star Wars set, I would expect it to be more expensive. So it is 250 pieces for $30, which is over the 10 cent per piece price point that I like to start with. But as a licensed set and with the 3 minifigures, I think it is still a decent value. Lego is always great to get on sale. You know, that 20% off is really nice to get. So if you can find this set on sale, I would certainly recommend picking it up if you want a small display or small play set from the Mandalorian series. I think this is a really good buy. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Star Wars set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I've left a link to some of my other LEGO reviews up here on the screen.